born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, July 24th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. So glad you could join me here this morning at Forex Smart Trade. We help people become profitable currency traders by teaching you how to trade with our simple but highly predictive and accurate proprietary trading indicators. I've been trading about 7 years, and learning to do this has been one of the great things that I've done. I've done a lot of things, some highly successful, some not so much so. But this has been one of the good ones, and we are so confident that we can teach you to do this and change your life. That once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what we make. So both of us our incentives are aligned, and when our incentives are aligned, that always works better. So before we get going and see what the market has for us, we need to listen to this disclosure, and then we'll see what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Currently, I'm doing 3 live trades a week, but there's some plans in the work to change that schedule a little bit. But right now, Monday afternoon, Tuesday and Thursday morning, and we're in the Thursday morning session. Every afternoon, I also send out a overnight trade setup. Yesterday's overnight trade setup, we took 2 trades, and one of them stopped out, and one of them I closed this morning at a loss. If you still have it open, I would recommend closing it, because we've got down across the board here. We took a buy, so rather than wait till it stops out and you lose more, go ahead and close it. Close it now. Oops, where we go here? Also, every day between 8:30 and noon, we send out a trade pattern alert. Using a different signal than the signal we're using today. We've got a dozen different signals, and we can program the system so that when the signal setup shows up, it sends you a text and says, "Hey, take a look. If you agree, copy the trade, and we think it's a winning trade." When you become a member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m. and again every afternoon at 6 p.m. And our secret sauce is constant training, constantly working on the fundamentals, being refreshed in what the right things to do are, and doing the right things. professional golfer goes out, and even though he's very, very good, he goes out and practices every day. That's how he stays good. He has a coach. That's how he stays good. We use the same model. One of the I work through kind of a little checklist here because I get distracted and my memory is not as great as it used to be. During the session, generally, I don't take questions, but I'm happy to answer questions. And the best way to get your questions answered is just hop on my calendar and schedule 30 minutes with me. You can try calling, but usually if I'm doing something, the something I'm doing takes first priority. I also every week have office hours at being a former professor where you can just come and I'm around for 30 minutes. And if you've got a question, you can come talk to me. There's a link in the emails to get to that. Every morning, refresh your green chart, clears out the memory, keeps it, also picks up any updates they did. Part of being a good trader is not just trading, but going back and doing a little post audit at the end of every day as to what didn't go the way I thought it should and why. And that mental exercise improves your trading. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. That's what our indicators are very good at, telling us the direction of where the market's going. And if we can figure that out a couple times a day, we can make pretty good money. News does impact currency prices. So we want to know what news events are happening so that we can basically trade around them. I like to get my news from Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into three groups: yellow, which is low impact, ignore those; orange, which is medium impact. I also ignore these; and red, which are high impact. And these are guys we want to trade around. And we have had a lot of red items this morning: euro pound, or the euro, the pound. And coming up, we've got more stuff on the pound at 8:15. So generally, I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window of these items because the some of it, especially the stuff that's like manufacturing PMI, that number's already figured out, and they're just announcing it. And people who are connected to people who figure out the number get to hear it first, and they start trading on it. So this morning, euro pound is off the board, or the euro is off the board, and the dollar is off the board. 8:30 unemployment claims. Euro again at 8:45. And at 9:45. So euro and dollar are off the board this morning. We will not trade either of those because we've got those news events coming up. We've got a dozen different signals that we can trade with. And when we coach somebody, everybody's different. So depending on your availability to trade and your risk kind of preferences, we will customize a trade plan based on those things. The one that kind of suits me is this 10-point trade plan, although it's not the only signal I use. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I trade it off of a 1-hour chart. And the chart we're using to start with is one called the Light 6 Major, which is one of our standard charts. It's a composite chart in that it's showing us 6 different currency pairs. In this case, they're all US based. And there are three parts to the chart. This middle section, which is the majors and minors. This top section, which is the TNTs. And this bottom section, which is the pressure. I start with the middle section, which is the majors and minors. Red and green line is the major indicator. Black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. Horizontal blue is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the lines, the major and minor lines are above the overbought line going down, and I want to ride the down candle or above or below the oversold line and going up. So here we are we're just reaching oversold and going down. So I don't have what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pass. Euro USD. So I know we said we're not going to trade the USD this morning, but part of what I want to do is teach you to be able to identify what the good setup looks like. So we will just walk through these kind of quick just to see if we see something that's worthwhile. Euro USD oversold, and we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Pound USD oversold, majors going down, minors going up, so no agreement. Dollar Canadian dollar overbought going up. Is this a trade you could make money on? Yes, it is, but it's just not part of my trade plan. Some people would trade this here. You could have had overbought, and what about 8 pips? 8 or 9 pips here, 8.5 pips in an hour. So because of my risk preference, when we're up here on a 1 hour chart, I don't want to get stuck holding a buy in the turns. Now, if this were a day chart, I might take this, depending on some other things. But on a 1 hour chart, overbought, that's not for me. Dollar Swiss franc, overbought. We've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Dollar yen, overbought, disagreement between the majors and minors. So nothing here. So I've cloned this chart and made a chart with 6 new currency pairs that or 6 other currency pairs that are non-USD based. Euro pound, middle of the channel. We don't have agreement. Australian dollar, pound, overbought. Everybody's going. There's 4 things I'm looking for. 1, overbought. 2, all the lines are going or we started overbought. 2, all the lines are going down. 3, we have what I call a double cross where the red line's on top and the black line's on top. We have that. And the 4th thing I'm looking for is the slope of the green line. And I want it to be better than 45 degrees in the direction of the move. So in this case, it's going down. It's better than 45 degrees. So this is a great setup. Oops, let me tell this guy I'll call him back. But the problem is we're trading on a day chart and it's evening in both of these markets. I want one of these markets to be actively trading. So on a 1 hour chart, even though this is a good setup, I don't want to take the trade because I'm not even going to continue my analysis to see if the trade is good. But this part of the setup, this is ideally what I'm looking for. Euro Canadian dollar. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Good slope on the better than 45 degrees. And I'm going to jump up to my TNTs. I want 3 of the 4 lines agreeing with the buy signal I see here. Thick orange is going up, telling me buy. Thin orange is going down, telling me sell. So we have one of the two here. And the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes down, that means buy. So thick blue is coming down, telling us buy. But dotted blue is going up. So I only have 2 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. So we're going to pass. I don't have to keep going through my progressions. If I see one doesn't pass the test. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Generally, we've got everybody going down. We started above overbought. Generally, when the green line is more than halfway, I'll pass. Pound yen. Did we have news on the pound? Pound. We had news, so the pound news is over. So we don't have news right. The news is gone. So overbought, everybody coming down, double cross, great steepness. So we've got all 4. 2 orange lines going down saying sell, sell. 2 blue lines going up saying sell, sell. So we get the second part of the test. And, the pressure. We've got, boy, I'm having a hard time coming up with the words here. We've got sideways pressure. Green line's going down. What would be down pressure is both lines going down, but we got the green line going down and the red line going up, which is sideways with the green line on top. I want either both lines going down or the red line on top. So we don't have that here. I'm going to write this down and maybe we'll come back to it. It's not quite, it doesn't meet all the criteria that I want. And one of the things about being a good trader is we know the signals work, but we just need to be patient enough till we see them. And we only need to see them a couple times a day. And when we do, we take it and we're done. So here we don't quite have everything. Euro Australian dollar. Oversold, everybody going up, double cross, great steepness on the green line. Green line is less than halfway, so we got everything we want here. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so I got 3 of the 4 here. I need at least 3 of the 4. Down pressure. Both lines are going down, but the green line is on top. So 1 point, 4 points, 3 points, so that's 8 points. It's still active trading in Europe. Europe is 6 hours ahead of us, so it's 1 in the afternoon. Once I see what I want here, I have a second step of the confirmation. So for the second step of the confirmation, I'm going to look at a full chart that just shows the euro Australian dollar, but on a full time frame. So euro Australian dollar, so it's here. And what I want to see is I want to see on the 2-hour chart, I want to see us oversold. And on the 4-hour chart, I want to see us oversold. Lines don't necessarily have to be going up like they are here. Here, everybody's going up, and here, everybody's going up. So this signal by itself is a good buy signal. So this is a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, an 8-hour chart, 12-hour chart, day chart. So I want the 4-hour chart and the 2-hour chart to be oversold. And the reason I want both of these to be oversold is when both of these are oversold, there's less of the chance that there's much more down left in the move and we'll get stopped out. So if this weakens, we'll pick up the trade off of this or this. It'll just take longer to happen. So when I'm trading on a 1 hour chart, I expect the trade to close anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. So on some of the trades we do, the take profit is predetermined. It might be 3 pips, 5 pips, 11 pips, or it might be part of the might be based on the ATR. This is a trade where we need to figure it out. So it's a little bit more advanced trade, and how we figure it out is we look at a clean chart. So let's look at a clean chart for the Euro AUD. And I have already looked it up. So this is just showing the candles on the Euro AUD. And what I've done is I've dropped in some support and resistance. And some support and resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally stop, the candles. So you can see it kind of stopped here and in here and in here. And on the upside, it seems to be stopping in here. And I want to trade within these support and resistance lines, because since I want to get in and get out, I don't want it to bounce on the lines. And the other thing I want to know is what's the trend. So here was an uptrend, and here is a downtrend. So we're looking to take a buy in. Is it a buy? A buy into a downtrend. So when that's the case, I want to be a little more conservative in how many pips I'm taking, because I don't want to get stuck. All right, so when I first looked at this, we were down here. So we went up and we have hit the we are at the just gone outside of the and you can see I dropped in the black lines where I thought the stops were, but I dropped in this red line because you can see it stopped over here. It stopped over here as kind of a secondary spot, since if I'm trading against a trend, maybe I only want to go this far. It has broken through, but our issue is oh my issue is, so you could even make an argument that the lines are right in here. I don't want to trade through this line. So even though we have the signal, because we're within this channel, you know, it could bounce on this. So we're gonna pass on that trade. We're gonna pass. Where was that? Euro Australian dollar. So let's go to the next group. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. But we don't quite have the slope I want on the green line. Slope's not good enough. It looks to me to be a little bit less than 45 degrees. So we're going to pass. Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar. Well, we get news on the euro, though, coming up. So we're going to pass. This is a good signal, though. Oversold, everybody going up. Double cross. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. Down pressure, but we've got the green on top. So we're going to pass, though. Pound New Zealand dollar. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Good steepness on the green line, better than 45 degrees. Actually, we got a little kink in the line where we're going from less steep to more steep. So I like that. Less than halfway. So we get everything we want here. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 down, pressure. But we have the green line on top, and it is pulling away. It is pulling away from the red. So we've got 1 point, 4 points, 3 points, 8 points. Let's take a look at the clean, the full chart to do our second piece of the confirmation. So that is a pound New Zealand dollar. Two-hour chart, oversold and going up. This by itself is a good buy signal. Oversold, majors are sideways, minors are going up. So I've got my confirmation. Let's now we need to figure out what it's worth. Pound New Zealand. So I want to crunch up the chart so I've got more data points to draw my support and resistance lines. Now, if it's something I regularly trade, I already have the support and resistance lines already drawn up, so I don't have to do them each time. And generally, I'm only trading the Euro USD and the pound yen. When I'm trading something else, it's because I'm doing one of these sessions, and or I'm working with somebody, and when I work with somebody, if we see a trade, I'm going to take it myself. So on a 1 hour chart, these tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. On the Euro USD here, we're at 63 up to 96. So that's about 30 pips. And let's see where we are. Oh, shoot. We're right. We're trading into a downtrend, and we're right at the resistance line. I don't want to trade through this line. So we're taking a buy trade. There's not enough pips here to make this worthwhile. So I am going to pass, even though we have the signal. New Zealand dollar. This is a good signal, but the time of day is wrong. Both of these markets are middle of the night. Nothing here. Let's go to our fourth group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Nice sell. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. Great steepness on the green line, less than halfway. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up. So we've got 3 of the 4 here. We have got sideways pressure with red on top. So we've got a point here. So 1, 4, 3. So we've got 8 points. Let's see. Let's do our confirmation. AUD, CAD. Overbought. So my confirmation's good. Let's see what the trade is worth. All right. I was looking at it a little bit earlier. Here's my support and resistance. You can see it kind of is bouncing here. Bouncing here. We are trading against the trend. Trend is up. When I looked at it before, the lines were here. So let's adjust. So we've got, look in the top left corner, 9 pips up to the line, and how many pips down? 9 pips down. we will take a 9 pip sell on the Euro USD. I want to stay within this range because you see it kind of bounces. And the reason I do that is because I want to get in and get out. Like you can see, it came up, it bounced, and then it broke through. Sometimes it can bounce a while, bounce, and never break, and then change directions. So if I took the buy here and I took a take profit up here, there's a likelihood I wouldn't have got it, and then it would have turned and the signal would have changed. So you can take this in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader, this is a demo account. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's see if we've got that open. I don't, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar will probably be down in this third group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm going to change it to a 1 hour chart. This account has it's a demo account. It's got $13,000 in it. So I'm going to click on New Order. My lot size is a function of what's in the account. We're trading at 200 to 1 leverage. So the rule of thumb at 200 to 1 is move this decimal place over 4 spots. So 1.31 will be my lot size. 1.31. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. And we're going to go market sell. Right? Was a market sell, AUD. And we're going to go for not. I'm going to right click, go to modify. 9 pips. 9 pips is 90 points. I just add an extra 0. Click the blue button. It does the math. We use a 3 to 1 stop loss. So 27 pips is 270 points. So we took a sell on the AUD CAD with a take profit of for 9 pips with a take profit of 0.89896, 0.89896, and stop loss of 0.90256, 0.90256. Let's just double check. Yeah, everything is there. I expect this to close within the next 3 hours. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, best way is find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. And frequently, the cost and the speed of learning what you need to know outpaces, is worth more. The cost is worth more than the value gained by not having to try to figure it out yourself. And to trade well, you need the right tools and you need the right coaching. We provide both. We're so confident we can do it with you that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. So we're interested in you doing it right. We're not here just to try to sell you a course. All right, have a terrific afternoon or have a terrific day. I'll see you this afternoon at 4:15-ish when I send out the overnight trade. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.